Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Hadra Salim and I'm the host of this new initiative, Mind Your Business, where we explore new ideas and see what it takes to actually start something, then break it down into actionable steps on how to actually get there. So whether you're someone who's looking to launch a business, switch careers, or land your first job, this is the space for you. And today we're joined by a very special guest, Saad Hamid, who is one of Pakistan's first Google developer experts and an absolute powerhouse in the global tech and startup ecosystem. So Saad, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Hadra. Very excited to be here at Digital Pakistan. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Acha Saad, first of all, I'm very excited about the whole Google thing. Matlab, I want to know from the start the whole trajectory, ke how did you actually get there? Lekin we'll get to it in a bit. Abhi, from community building to global leadership, I want to know what it actually takes to build a career in an industry that is as competitive as tech and as rapidly evolving. So if you could just walk me through your current role at Google, which is regional lead for developer community programs, which sounds very official, by the way. So what does that really look like in practice?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you for starting with that. So मैं आपको थोड़ा सा बता देता हूँ कि मेरे रोल में अभी मैं क्या करता हूँ. Then maybe later on I can go into the journey part as well. So in my role, we have a mission which is that we want to connect with developers worldwide.
Right.
So I'm the regional lead for developer ecosystem. What that means is we want to partner up with developers who are building stuff using technology. And why that's important right now is because there have been a few waves of tech in the past. So एक पूरी web की wave थी जिसको maybe 10-15 years from now the web was a big thing. And then came like a whole transformation of mobile web या जिस तरह mobile apps.
True.
So the second big kind of transition was apps. And the third one right now is AI.
Right.
Now, in all these kind of transitions, what happens is that developers, they love using technology to build products. So, abhi aap koi bhi, cheez use kar rahe hain aajkal, when it comes to AI or something else, like somebody on the back end actually went and built that.
Exactly.
And Google likes to partner up with developers worldwide because Google sees itself as like a, kind of like a pioneer. And it, of course, pioneer, but at the same time, like, it's a competitive space now. So Google wants to enable developers to build their best applications or ideas or startups using Google technologies. So in my role, that's what I do. So what I do is I would try to create engagements, hackathon events for developers. So they can come and try Google technologies. और अभी इस टाइम पे तो there's like more than 100+ Google developer products.
Right.
So there is so many products. We always see कि अच्छा हर market को क्या need है उसकी वहाँ के developers की. And eventually the impact is that these developers either they go on build something of their own in a startup, they find a job remotely because they're skilled enough, or they do freelancing, or they they do something else. So there is a lot of impact that comes as an outcome of the work that we do.
And like how many countries do we have on board isme? Yeah, so what's the scale?
So this is a global program by Google. And you will see this in form of volunteer groups called Google Developer Groups. So there are more than 1,000 Google Developer Groups across the world. In Pakistan right now in specific, we have almost 55 Google developer groups.
Achha,
so
amazing.
Mostly any major city that you talk about, we will have a volunteer run. So these are not Google employees, these are volunteers who, I used to be one of these volunteers. So I started Google Developer Group Islamabad almost 13 years ago.
Achha.
And that's how
you got into Google.
That's how I got discovered by Google eventually. But the point is that developers jahan bhi they want to build some stuff, whether that's software engineers, whether that's researchers, whether that's computer science folks, we want to partner with them and help them build amazing things.
Right. And as Pakistan's like one of the first Google developer experts, aapko kya lagta hai ki how has that experience transformed you in how you approach ecosystem, like this startup wala jo sara ecosystem hai na, and the scalability for that? Ki how has that experience, kind of moved you forward in that scalability direction?
Again, thank you for that question. I think mere liye what really stood out was that, and especially as I grew through my career, is that I want to help people, regardless of whether that's part of my job or not. And I think that's what the whole community, the Google Developer Groups and the Google Developer Experts are about. They like, talking about technology. They like doing blog posts on it. They like speaking about it. They like doing code labs. They really want to help anyone build something. So for me as well, I was kind of growing up in this ecosystem. I was giving a lot of talks, like throughout कि यार अच्छा आप ये बनाएं, इससे आपको ये फ़ायदा होगा.
अच्छा.
In fact, very much I was very active in the early scenes in Pakistan during the mobile wave, where we were helping people. You build this and you can publish this on Android and you can take it live to millions of people.
अच्छा. And what year was this?
So this was the chapter started in 2012.
ठीक है, सही है.
And then 2012 is more or less, if you look at it, social media का थोड़ा सा early time in Pakistan.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
And then mobile apps actually really grew 2016 onwards. So 2016 और फिर COVID में it kind of like went really
crazy.
big. And then now there is the AI one.
Yep, exactly.
Transformation. So yeah, I kind of grew up with the whole ecosystem.
And also with that community building वाला जो आपका सारा experience है, what do you think? What are some misconceptions that people have about community building in general?
So yeah, I mean, a lot of people would think यार अच्छा community building का कोई जो है ना बड़ा clear reward है. Like for example, you go to a job, you do the work, you get paid. Community building में it's not like that. You're doing, I think the अंग्रेजी का इसका जो सही word है वो है altruism, which is you try to do something without expecting a return. And I think the misconception is that people expect that there's going to be a very clear return when there is not.
अच्छा.
And again, people get rewarded in different ways. Some of our volunteers, we kind of help them go to Google conferences worldwide so they can learn more stuff. There was just a team from Pakistan who went to the finals in Manila for the Google Solution Challenge and won there.
I read about that. GeoGemma, right?
True.
Yeah.
So इसी तरह की there are different rewards.
ठीक है.
The thing is there's no one clear reward to it.
हाँ.
It's not like a job.
That shouldn't be the goal, right?
And that shouldn't be the goal. And that's the misconception.
हाँ.
You get into it because you want something. People get into it because they want to make friends,
अच्छा.
because they want to learn new things,
Help people.
help each other out, and we're like a very big family. In fact, my new team that I work with at Google, they discovered me because of this, and that's how I kind of ended up here. So it's kind of like a long-term bet that you're making on yourself because you love doing this so much.
Makes sense. अच्छा, और you also touched upon AI कि अब after web और फिर app और अब AI की सारी wave है. So when people like me think about AI, we think about a few tools. Like right off the top of my head, I'm thinking of OpenAI का, ChatGPT, Gemini, Bard, stuff like that. So what would you say are the actual tools that are required for young professionals कि वो इन tools पे focus करें और इनकी skill develop करें for AI?
Very good question. Thank you again. देखें जो AI के दो तरह के यूज़ केसेस मैं अभी तक मैंने देखे हैं.
ठीक है.
One use case is a consumer use case which all of us use, which is like you use Gemini or ChatGPT, and आप क्या करेंगे उससे पूछ लेंगे कि जी अच्छा मेरा दोस्त मुझसे नाराज़ है, help me find like a new kind of a good apology. My wife uses ChatGPT a lot, and it's a joke in the house because I am of course an advocate of Gemini. My 5-year-old daughter keeps coming to me and says that oh I don't like Gemini, I like ChatGPT.
Oh.
So it's like a funny kind of a thing that happens at home. लेकिन most of the use cases for people are like this कि आप उससे कोई सवाल पूछ लें, उससे कहें कि यार अच्छा कोई इमेज जनरेट कर दो. It's like very kind of like basic kind of use cases. But what will start happening, and that's already happening in Pakistan and some of the other places as well, that people will start using these tools to automate their life,
right,
or automate their workflows. And that's what we are seeing with startups and developers as well. और उसमें Google के कुछ products हैं, like there's Google AI Studio, there's Firebase Studio, there's Vertex AI. So I think basic use case, I don't see them changing a lot. Like they will remain the same. आपके पास ChatGPT का एक इंटरफेस है, Gemini का एक इंटरफेस है, आप उससे सवाल पूछेंगे वो आपको जवाब दे देगा. Maybe it will evolve. ठीक है, VO3 जैसे नए tools Google के आ गए, you can make videos as well.
हाँ बिल्कुल, exactly. That's very realistic, by the way.
Very, very realistic, super amazing tool. But that's and masses will stick to that as well. और अगर आप वैसे भी देखें, if you go into the telco analogy, तो masses when they use mobile services, they do the same. वो call करते हैं या messages करते हैं या WhatsApp करते हैं. So उनका use case वही रहता है.
ठीक है. So professionally, like what should we work on?
True. So I mean professionally, what will happen? Nobody knows right now AI में क्या होगा. लेकिन I think what will eventually happen is that there will be workflows that people create for themselves to automate a lot of their work using these AI tools. Nobody knows right now how that will turn out.
Yeah.
But with agents and specifically अभी recently Google I/O जो conference होती है Google की, उस पे Google has announced that agents are coming to Chrome. So I'll tell you an actual use case. A use case is you're planning a trip to, let's say, some country.
ठीक है.
And you'll just tell Chrome कि अच्छा मैं यहाँ पे जा रहा हूँ, आप मुझे जो है ना यहाँ पे फ्लाइट ढूंढ के ये रिजर्व कर लें. So it'll do it by itself.
ठीक है.
And some of the tools already allow you to do that. So I think it's going to turn a lot into automation. That's where the next kind of wave will come. अभी वाली तो wave is very basic.
I am also curious about automation वाली चीज़, क्योंकि when we talk about businesses, ठीक है, ये बहुत है कि there's this whole buzz about AI integration in businesses, कि आप ऑटोमेट करें अपने प्रोसेसेस, अपने वर्क फ्लोज को आप ऑप्टिमाइज़ करें, लेकिन एज अ स्मॉल बिजनेस ओनर आप वो किस कैपेसिटी में करें, आप वो कस्टमर सर्विस में करें, आप इन्वेंटरी मैनेजमेंट में करें. तो व्हाट वुड बी योर टेक कि AI इंटीग्रेशन को किस तरह से एक्शनेबली किया जाए?
Again, thank you. Very interesting question. And I mean, I don't have an exact answer. I can give you some frameworks.
True.
क्योंकि इस वक्त यही that's the question that everyone is asking. Even companies like Google are asking कि अच्छा what are the use cases? लेकिन there are I think at the same time companies are startups are trying different use cases. Like I know on customer service there's a use case कि जी अच्छा जो, and I was talking about this to someone else कि जिस तरह भी आप जैज़ की हेल्पलाइन पे कॉल करते हैं तो वो आपको कहता है कि अच्छा इसके लिए एक दबाएं, इसके लिए 2 दबाएं, दोस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स दैट विल डेफिनेटली गेट ऑटोमेटेड. लेकिन I mean I'm going to make a bet. I think in the next 3 years I can bet that I don't think so we will see that number 1 dabaएं, number 2 dabaएं.
So that's a very small window, 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years pe I think there's a lot of other stuff that's going to happen. Like, I think that's more far-fetched, but for sure I think it's going to be more on natural language. So the user calls in Urdu, they would say कि अच्छा मेरा ये मसला है, and they would automatically be connected to the right, because that's where the AI use case is. So ये तो एक बहुत बड़ा enterprise का use case है. Small use cases यहाँ पे यही होंगे कि if there's a shop here, उनको अगर कोई चीज़ थोड़ी बहुत ऑटोमेट करनी, और ऑफ कोर्स ह्यूमन इंटरवेंशन उसमें रहेगा ही, लेकिन उसमें जो भी चीज़ ऑटोमेट हो सकती है, जिस तरह हमने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि पाकिस्तान में लाइक ई-कॉमर्स वुड बी such a normal thing.
True, सही बात.
Or like something like an app like Tamasha would be a big thing. People are just consuming content. So in the future you would see, I don't know again what those use cases might look like, but I think future में इसी तरह होगा कि आप एक agent होगा maybe in the Tamasha app, जिसको आप कहेंगे natural language में कि hey जब जो है ना क्रिकेट की ये वाली हाईलाइट्स प्लीज जस्ट गिव अ कमांड, इट विल डाउनलोड,
समराइज कर दो कुछ,
समराइज कर दिया, उसके क्लिप्स लेके मेरे डाउनलोड उसमें रख दो. राइट नाउ यू हैव टू मैनुअली डू दैट. So I think those use cases will show, but it all depends on how companies kind of integrate that into their products.
True.
So I've seen some use cases like this. I think this is definitely going to happen. Yes. All
right. I'll remember that in 3 years. ठीक है, so I'll get back to you on that. अच्छा, another thing is कि I was reading this MIT study that I really wanted to discuss with you. और उसमें ये था कि उन्होंने 2 ग्रुप्स लिए. एक ग्रुप को कहा कि आप ऐसे लिखें, and they had AI tools that were using, और दूसरे ग्रुप को कहा कि आप AI tools नहीं यूज़ करेंगे. तो obviously the group that wasn't using AI tools और उन्होंने ऐसे लिखा, उनकी brain productivity बहुत ज़्यादा थी. तो this begs the question कि क्या critical thinking हमारी कम होती जा रही है because of AI usage. So do you think that's an actual concern now कि we're becoming overly reliant on AI?
I mean, that's, I think, definitely a concern. There are studies on this. I was reading a few articles as well. It's making us, I don't know, AI is making us dumb or something like that. And again, I think what's going to happen eventually is that, or at least जो मेरा इस पे framework है, मुझे लगता है जो होना चाहिए कि like, I think when you say कि intelligence has a spectrum. So you cannot say somebody is intelligent or not intelligent. Somebody is, of course, more intelligent, has more experience.
Right.
I think every human being, like they have intelligence. That's why they're human beings. But they have different levels of intelligence.
True, 100%.
So eventually, what will happen? What I think should happen is कि wherever you think कि यार your intelligence is not leading to something productive or it's wasting your time, that's where you start using AI a lot.
ठीक है.
And wherever you think there's like more critical thinking that I need, there's more level of problem solving that I need to do, that's where you will use your own human interaction collaboration. अब ये होगा कि नहीं होगा, that's a
we have to strike that balance किसी तरीके से.
True, that's on the person themselves.
Yeah.
But eventually, like people who want to have a good mix, they would kind of segregate, and that's how I do it in my workflow as well, because I use AI a lot in my daily workflows.
Right.
So I try to see which decisions or things are very strategic. So I spend my time For other things, I would say कि अच्छा AI से कर लेते हैं, ये कर लेते हैं.
Makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
और also in terms of Pakistan का अगर हम देखें, you're someone who's worked across like Southeast Asia, South Asia frontiers. तो आपको क्या लगता है कि अभी realistically where does Pakistan stand in AI adoption वाली side scene?
So, good question. I think इसमें I don't have exactly like stats, but overall मैं आपको कुछ थोड़ा सा इस पे एक वो दे सकता हूँ like a direction, which is I think on the mobile wave, Pakistan did amazing. So we have amazing companies here who have either built up their own mobile apps which users are using. Jazz is an amazing example of that.
True.
Has multiple apps now. या उसके अलावा you have gaming studios or app studios who are building those apps.
ठीक है.
And globally people are using it.
ठीक है.
AI में I think यही आगे जाके होगा कि there will be like different kind of use cases which will eventually pop up.
अच्छा.
And we don't know what those use cases exactly अभी हमें नहीं पता कि वो किस तरह से turn out करेंगे. लेकिन I think थोड़ा सा like with time we'll be able to like get a hunch on that where things end up.
Right.
Maybe we have businesses popping up who discover a use case really fast, or maybe it takes some time.
Right. और लेकिन वैसे what's the आपको क्या लगता है कि हमारा challenge क्या है अभी तक क्योंकि there's definitely we're lacking in that AI adoption वाला sector है, ठीक है. तो हमारा मसला डिजिटल लिटरेसी है, डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है या फिर माइंडसेट है कि आधे लोग अभी ये ग्रास्प भी नहीं कर सक रहे कि AI को यूटिलाइज करना एज एन एक्चुअल नीड ऑफ द आवर. अभी आधे लोग तो मेरी एक फ्रेंड मुझे कहती है कि यार क्रिंज है यूजिंग AI, ठीक है. तो व्हाट इज़ द डिस्क्रेपेंसी, व्हाट्स द गैप कि हमारा मसला क्या है विद AI?
I mean, the good thing is Pakistan has one of the biggest populations in the world, which is English speaking. So उसकी वजह से we can adopt to any kind of like a global tool.
True.
I think that's something that is really going on well with us. और AI adoption में भी जिस तरह आपका previous question था या challenges की अगर हम बात करें तो eventually it all comes down to the need of the people or the businesses.
Right.
कि eventually वो चाह क्या रहे हैं, लेकिन उन्होंने क्या करना है. So AI adoption तब ज़्यादा होगी अगर people actually feel कि they want to build something. मोबाइल में भी इसी तरह था. मोबाइल में I think if you see that whole wave for 10 years, people were saying कि अच्छा नहीं किस तरह होगा कि आप जो है ना अपना रिचार्ज भी अच्छा मोबाइल से करेंगे, ऐप से करेंगे. बट नाउ इट्स लाइक वेरी प्रेवलेंट. इट्स स्टिल नॉट मेन स्ट्रीम बट इट्स वेरी प्रेवलेंट. तो आई थिंक आगे जाके भी ये होगा कि लाइक दे वुड बी पॉकेट्स like Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi for sure, like you'll see young people, they adopt to it more.
ठीक है.
And eventually who don't adopt, they'll be left behind.
And I feel like that's also really important कि लोग समझें कि AI is fulfilling a need of theirs as a business owner, ठीक है. अभी भी I feel like we don't completely understand कि हम AI को utilize कर लेंगे तो हमारी क्या gaps fill हो जाएंगे in our business. Maybe there's also a literacy thing.
True, literacy से ज़्यादा it's a need thing. Like I think we spend a lot of time at Google as well about this कि does the user really need it? अब मैं आपको इसकी एक example देता हूँ. VO3 आया, it's like really popular and like everyone's buzzing about it. It's a VO3 very realistic. But what's the use case? So a lot of the times we are working on those use cases. So media houses have suddenly said, oh yaar ye zabardast hai, I'll try to make some videos. But that's specific to media industry. But now my question is, how does it help a student? So I think what will happen is in the next 10 years, use cases will start emerging.
ठीक है.
And like for example, there is a creator that pops up that says कि अच्छा मैं अपनी video खुद नहीं बना सकता, I'll just use VO3. So that's a use case.
ठीक है, हाँ.
So for every AI product out there, there's going to be a very actual kind of practical use case.
Right.
In your life that you will try to adopt or do.
ठीक है.
मेरे केस में जिस तरह बहुत ज़्यादा होता है for spreadsheets.
Right.
For Google Sheets a lot. I use and even for legal agreements. हाँ मैंने AI बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ करना शुरू किया with if my landlord sends me some agreement or something else, so I'll try to. I mean legal language आप पढ़ते हैं, आप कहते हैं terms and conditions क्या है, ये मुझे नहीं समझ आ रही है.
Boring है.
तो you just feed it to the PDF to the AI and you say कि अच्छा इसमें क्या risks हैं, मैंने किन चीज़ों का ख्याल रखना है. So again, that's a use case.
Yeah, we need that, huh?
But I don't know right now at this stage, eventually, like, what use cases will pop up. But again, going back to that examples of GeoGamma, उन्होंने use case निकाला कि ये हो सकता है. Maybe there are other young people here in Pakistan who come up with those use cases.
और फिर adoption होगी.
True. Adoption always follows by a use case. If there is no use case, आप जितनी मर्जी AI का जो मर्जी शशका उसमें डाल लें,
हाँ,
लेकिन if there is no use case for it, it will not really happen.
right.
And I say this very vocally because it's a fight for Google as well right now. Even Google does not know whether it will win. ChatGPT does not know. और भी बहुत सारे इस तरह हैं.
ठीक है.
I think it's a battle of use cases.
ठीक है, that makes complete sense. Also, you were once a growth manager for apps and games at Google, right?
Yes. Yeah.
तो अगर हम पाकिस्तान की किसी ऐप की एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं कि लेट्स से इट्स अ PDF कन्वर्टर या फिर टेम्पल रन टाइप कोई गेम है, तो व्हाट वुड बी योर अप्रोच टू स्केलिंग इट ग्लोबली कि उसको हम ग्लोबल एक्सपोजर दे सकें, अ लोकल ऐप?
So yeah, again, I think yes, in my previous role, I did that for 4 years. I was
Right.
managing apps and game partners in Pakistan. And I think जो एक cycle है वो बड़ा clear ये होता है कि first they would build a product. I think that used to be very different 2 years back. You need to have like a team or a studio. आप उससे कहेंगे कि अच्छा ये ऐप बनाओ, it will take a couple of months. Now it takes probably weeks again, thanks to AI, कि you can actually put your product out there.
Right.
So once the product is launched, rest is कि आप उसको you put it out there, you see कि whether people are using it or not, whether people trying it or not, और उसके बाद अगर आपको उसमें कोई growth नज़र आती है, very similar to I think how you folks at Jazz do it here.
Yeah.
कि प्रोडक्ट में देखा अच्छा लोग क्या यूज़ कर रहे हैं, अच्छा अगर ये यूज़ कर रहे हैं तो इससे क्या ज़्यादा यूज़ कर सकते हैं, एंड देन वहाँ से आप डिसाइड करते हैं कि अच्छा मैंने किस मार्केट में जाना है.
ठीक है.
And I recently did this. I actually launched my own app in the Play Store.
Oh wow, what is it called?
It's called Betterism.
ठीक है.
I was
Amazing.
very fascinated by this idea of creating mini courses on the go
अच्छा.
for people to get better. So you have a course on how to do better public speaking or something like that.
Yeah, actual skills.
Yeah, actual skills. So उसमें भी मैंने यही किया, AI से integrate किया. In 2 weeks I was able to launch the app. And फिर मैंने देखा मैंने कहा कि अच्छा for example पाकिस्तान इंडिया में लोग ज़्यादा use करेंगे, but eventually a lot of people from Africa use it.
Oh, interesting.
There's actually someone from, I had not even heard the names of the countries. There's somebody from Sierra Leone, which is I think one of the countries in Africa,
Right.
who spent 3 hours consecutively on the app. It blows my mind. So see, you look at the analytics and you eventually find out there are use cases, and then I can feel, I don't know who that person is, so it's like very anonymous, but I can see there are use cases like somebody really finds value in this. And now I have to see कि अच्छा अगर एक बंदे को value मिली है, and I don't know right now कि अच्छा वो value क्या है, although I can see कि app में कौन कौन सी features हैं.
True.
तो फिर मैंने ये recently किया कि I integrated like a chatbot. And it was so interesting, like people are spending a lot of time on their chatbot. So I found one use case.
ठीक है.
And product growth में होता ही है, इसको micro, like I don't know इसका कोई बड़ा ही interest, कोई proper word होता है, but you do like micro iterations or to launch new things, and then you see कि अच्छा क्या लोग use
और
कर
फिर
रहे हैं.
incorporating that
Yes,
feedback.
and
अच्छा.
then incorporating that into your app, and then more people use it, and eventually the product becomes like more bigger.
ठीक है.
And that's like the classic philosophy of product growth.
Right. And just to follow up on that,
yes.
yeah, कि what's that one mistake that you see कि Pakistani founders make when it comes to scalability? क्योंकि as amazing as scalability sounds, मुझे लगता है कभी-कभी we also get scared कि maybe we don't have the operational capacity for it, पता नहीं we should say yes to this fixed investment or not. तो आपको क्या लगता है, what's the misconception about scalability?
Love that question. Thank you so much. I think Pakistani founders can sometimes be very much in love with their own product,
अच्छा.
whereas they should be in love with the user.
Oh.
क्योंकि देखें, आपने जितनी भी इन्वेस्टमेंट रेस की है, आपने जो मर्जी किया है, आपने जितने मर्जी उस पर जो है ना अच्छे आपने उस पर फूल डाले हैं, आपने उस पर जो है ना स्टिकर्स डाले हैं, emojis डाले हैं. If like the user does not love your app, if you're not obsessed with how the user is thinking,
Right.
then you cannot grow the product. Or eventually, there are a lot of examples here. There are a bunch of companies here which I really admire. Viro is one very amazing company here.
बिल्कुल.
And a few others as well. There's Game District, there are a few others as well, which I've seen who are like, they're very obsessed with the user.
Right.
Or यहाँ पे founders be even like early stage developers, I think they are very much in love with what they have built. Now the problem is आपने जो मर्जी बनाया है, आपने जितना भी वो जो है ना अच्छा अपना घर बना लिया, उस पर जो मर्जी कर लिया है, लेकिन अगर उस पर लोग आके उनको नहीं अच्छा लग रहा उस घर में, no matter how much you invested in it, it would not make sense. So eventually that's why I recommend you go with like very small kind of prototype,
अच्छा.
जिसको वो MVP कहते हैं. You go with an MVP, you test out the market, you see how things work out,
Right.
and then you fail fast and then you move on.
That's good advice.
And with AI you can do this in like a week. I think with Betterism, I was giving you this example. It took me like 1 or 2 weeks. I was very obsessed with the idea. I made it, I launched it.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that other apps and games, like that's a big industry in Pakistan. There would be more amazing success stories.
I think one thing that just brings it all, TK, sums it all, is that you need to understand your demographic, essentially, right? But that was a very surprising thing you shared about, how veterism ke liye, there's a demographic that you weren't expecting in Africa. So, now we're coming to our last segment, which is rapid fire. So just the first thing that comes to your head, you're going to say that. Theek ho gaya? All right. So one AI tool that you're currently obsessed with.
Gemini.
ठीक है, that makes sense.
I mean, Google AI Studio as well. Yes, it's a little known one.
Right.
I would highly recommend you to give it a try, but it's more powerful. Gemini is more like chatbot.
Yeah,
Google,
every day.
Yeah. Google AI Studio is like a whole suite of products in which you can use. So yeah, I really like Google AI Studio.
All right. And one startup idea you wish someone would start in Pakistan.
I mean, any startup idea that you think that the users really need.
Right.
It could be anything. It could be like आप उसकी ऐप बना लें, गेम बना लें, कुछ भी बना लें.
हाँ.
लेकिन अभी तो वो it's an open field right now. Like even the CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai, recently said कि maybe Google is disrupted by some startup that has not even been born yet.
Oh.
So
interesting.
I mean, I think Google takes this very humbly. Like we might be disrupted. Google might not even exist in I don't know, a couple of years or decades from now. So anything that startups want to build, it has to really be based on what users really want right now. So I would recommend anyone who wants to get into this is to go study the market of like what people want right now. I was talking to a founder right before this podcast, and that person is building like an AI agent for a specific use case in the construction industry. So very specific use case.
Yeah.
So again, depending on किस भी industry में हैं, try to go and see like what people actually need.
Yeah.
And you can go from there. I think that's a good.
ठीक हो गया. And one myth about AI that needs to go.
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, AI में अभी ये myth है कि it's like some magic sword या कोई magic wand of some sort. Yeah. तो वो बहुत बड़ी myth है. मुझे लग रहा है कि you don't have to like fit it in या लाजमी आपने कोई यूज़ करना है.
अच्छा.
You have to like see कि अच्छा आपको उससे कोई फ़ायदा हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा.
ज़रूरत है भी या नहीं.
ज़रूरत है भी या नहीं है या किस चीज़ में है. तो आजकल वो ज़रा मैजिक वॉन्ड वाला AI का every day you wake up there is something about AI.
Exactly. There's a new tool every day.
True, but when you go and actually sit with people and you see what is the use case, I think that excites me more.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think that's a big myth. I don't even know कि AI वाली जो पूरी race है ये game है, how does this turn out in the end? But वो बहुत ज़्यादा it's like a lot of
it's a bit
fluff,
much, yeah.
काफ़ी ज़्यादा है. मतलब again I'm from Google, I'm saying this, but like that's how I feel कि use cases अभी आने की ज़रूरत है.
नहीं, we appreciate the honesty. Or what's one underrated soft skill that you feel like gets people hired?
Oh, I think about this every day. The one single one is showing influence.
Really?
Yes. So I think that is in my whole career so far. That's been the one thing that I've noticed in people that differentiates them from everyone else.
Achha.
And I'll give you a very specific example about this. So mostly in life, even in personal life and professional life,
right.
हमारे पास होते हैं uncontrollables and हमारे पास होते हैं controllables. Uncontrollables ये हैं कि जी अच्छा ट्रैफिक जैम हो गई है, जो है ना मैं उससे नहीं जा सक रहा. Controllables होते हैं यार अच्छा ठीक है, my boss is not happy with this thing, how do I fix this thing, those kind of things. So I think what these people do really well, who get successful in their life is they're able to find कि वो जो uncontrollable है, if there's like a 100% uncontrollable area, how can I find like 1% or 2% of it and turn it into a controllable output? And I've seen that in Google a lot, because Google may you would get problem statements which are like crazy, like every day you would wake up कि यार अच्छा अब ये कैसे करना है, and then it seems impossible, but you try to carve out कि अच्छा नहीं, I'll break it down into this. So I think uncontrollables में life में वो जो बहुत सारे uncontrollables हैं,
जो external factors हैं,
जो external factors हैं, उसमें ढूंढना that influence part कि नहीं ये this seems impossible. But I think this is something we can do, and there's a lot of examples in my own career as well, and I've seen with people who are able to influence that. वो उसमें भी जाके कहते हैं कि no, we will take ownership and we'll figure out something. तो कुछ ना कुछ इवेंचुअली जो है ना हो जाएगा. तो आई थिंक दैट्स लाइक अ
That's a
वेरी
good skill, yeah,
very
100%.
rare skill. It's definitely something you can develop because you have to be a hyper optimist.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll be able to do things. So if you take ownership, if you develop that influence, I think you can stand
Okay,
out. Yes.
noted. Achha, one book or person that has reshaped your approach towards innovation या फिर leadership.
Sure, easy one. Recently read Elon Musk की जो book है जो Walter Isaacson ने लिखी थी.
ठीक है.
So the one I'm reading currently is on Barack Obama, the
ठीक है.
president of the United States. That one I'm midway, so I still like that one. लेकिन I think जो Elon Musk की book थी, that was like really mind-changing in a few ways because I think in that one thing that he mentioned which really reconnected to my childhood, helped me reconnect to my childhood is gaming.
Right.
So Elon Musk is crazy about gaming. I used to be crazy about gaming. I
Achha.
recently picked it up again. So now every day I would take at least 1 or 2 hours to do a lot of gaming.
Wow.
So I think it helps you connect with like strategically think about things and a lot of that. So एक ये उसमें lesson था. दूसरा उसमें lesson ये था कि how do you take ownership and how do you make things urgent.
Right.
And for example, when I was working in Pakistan as well, so sometimes, we have this habit of कि यार अच्छा ये चलो ईद के बाद देखेंगे, ये जो है ना, इस तरह देखेंगे, हो जाएगा ये वो. But I think there is I think for me, I'm like a very impatient person. And for me, there is a big sense of urgency. Right. So I think, and in his book as well, वो अंग्रेजी में उसको कहता है relentless sense of urgency.
अच्छा.
So I think that sense of urgency is something that really changed my mind. कि anything that needs to be done, I will do it today. And I think that's what my personal life is right now because I'm juggling a lot of, I have a family, I have work, there's so many things I have to look at. But that sense of urgency कि नहीं अच्छा ये हमने जो है ना वो करना है.
And we need that laser focus, right?
You need that laser focus. I think that is very truly amazing. Yes.
Yeah. Achha, now the last question before we close, obviously Google is a very big deal. So let's say someone who works at Digital Pakistan and is hosting a podcast, they would like to work at Google. Don't show this to my boss. So what would they need to do?
I think they would need to do exactly, the same things, and I'll give you examples that I've told you. They need to show influence. They need to show कि यार when things were not possible, how did you carve out possibilities and how did you do it even though the job did not require it? Because at Google, and I'm an interview at Google myself, so like I do interviews as well. And
so you're on the panel.
I usually do interviews. I'm on the panel as well. I've seen like the candidates who stand out. There's the most of the candidates they would share कि जी अच्छा हमने ये हमें काम मिला था ये हमने किया. But the candidates who really stand out, they would show कि when things were impossible, how did they go out of the way to make things possible, and how did they at least try? What structure क्या था? Google is very like interested to know कि what was the thought process behind what you did. And that shows up in the interviews because Google interviews are tough and they're very structured. I've myself gone through, I think, maybe 10 or 20 interviews at Google so far. Because internally भी roles change होते हैं, so you keep interviewing, and and Google interviews you again the same time. So the when they hire you again in a different role, they interview like you're being interviewed for the first time.
From scratch.
Everything you go through. I went through, I don't know, मुझे तो अब याद भी नहीं है कोई 10-20 interviews से मैं गुजरा हूँगा पिछले 2 साल में या 3 साल में. Even though I've been at Google for almost 6 years now. So they're looking for how do you solve problems in a structured way. And that's what I've seen a little bit here as well with the young people. कि आप उनसे कोई सवाल पूछें कि अच्छा यार how would you organize an event? And this is actually an event, actually a question that shows up in Google as well. कि let's say you have 100 clients and they all ping you at the same time.
ठीक है. How do you prioritize?
How do you prioritize will show up in every single Google interview.
अच्छा.
And it cannot have an answer like कि जी अच्छा जिसने पहले ping किया मैं उसको जवाब दे दूँ. Like it needs to have a very thoughtful structure over like how would you go about it? What problem are you looking at? But structure, influence, communication are some of the things that show up.
ठीक है. तो ठीक है, that's great advice. I'm writing that down. Also, this is it for this episode. I was going to end this with something profound, लेकिन the only thing I can think about right now is all that advice and applying to Google Careers इसके बाद. So thank you so much, Saad, for joining in. This was such an insightful conversation. Thank you so much to your audience for tuning in. If you're looking for more episodes like these, so please stay tuned for more at Digital Pakistan. Allah Hafiz.